Hi, I'm Savage and welcome to my messy ass kitchen. So tonight for dinner we are going to have spaghetti squash with, I don't know how to explain it. We're just gonna kind of like throw some oils together, throw some seasonings together, and then also add some sun-dried tomatoes and some fake chicken. So let's get started. Okay, so first I had already just got done cutting the spaghetti squash in half just because I'm not going to do that on camera. It already took me like 10 minutes to even cut it in half because I have no strength in my hands or my arms, so it's going to take forever. Spaghetti squash is, I don't know, it's pretty good. Like, I don't know, I had it for the first time when I was like super young with my friend and her mom, and I was like kind of nervous to make it, but it doesn't really take that much. It's just a little bit of salt and pepper before you actually put it inside the oven, and you only have to have it in there for like a half hour, and that's it. But what we're going to do is we're going to cook it for the half hour. We're going to take it out, and then we're going to kind of like mix it all up a bit, and then we're going to throw our other stuff that we're going to cook on top of the stove. We're going to throw that in there, and then we're going to throw it back in the oven so it gets all like nice and yummy. Okay, so after you salt and pepper it, you can like add a little bit of oil on top to help it, you know, lift a little bit when you're done. When it's done cooking, I should say. Sorry. Not quite thinking too much as I'm pouring. It's hard to talk and pour that at the same time. You're going to turn these over, by the way, so you make sure that you get all the heat is like all insulated. And usually I cover like the outside too with oil, but I don't really think that that's completely necessary, to be honest with you. Okay, let's do, no, I don't know how to do it on there, so. Cool, okay. So, oh yeah, I need to go in the dishwasher. I told you, my kitchen is messy, and I don't care. So, we're gonna cut this onion. Oh, I didn't cut it all the way. So usually people like to just like cut all these onions up and stuff. I just like to peel it like one layer by one layer because I think it looks a lot nicer. I don't know. Don't judge me. Sorry, my battery started dying. So what I did is I went ahead and I cut up the onion, and I used over half of that like layer, and I put it inside of a pan with some oil, and I went ahead and put some butter. I put about like probably 2 tablespoons of oil, and then I put about 1 tablespoon of butter in there because we're also gonna like mix in a bunch of other stuff. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut up a little bit of mushrooms since I have 1.5 left, and I really don't want it to go to waste. I'll be throwing that in there too. Da-da-da. And I just have it sitting in the pan. I'm not like actually like cooking it just yet, just because I want it all to cook at the same time, since mushrooms and onions cook pretty fast. And then same with the fake chicken that I'm about to throw on there. It cooks pretty fast too, so we shall see about that. Also, what I'm going to be making is I'll be making some edamame on the pan, because you need like an appetizer to go with like an actual main course, I guess. Plus, I could just get kind of bored, like, when I'm cooking. I totally get bored, and I'll either just, like, eat while, like, the food is actually baking in the oven or whatever, or I'll, like, make something else on top of that, just because I get bored of doing anything. I can't just, like, stand around here and, like, wait for my food to be done. I have to do something. So there's those. And then, so I'm going to turn this on. Turn it kind of like a medium-low heat. Also going to add in some of these sun-dried tomatoes. I love sun-dried tomatoes. So, a while back ago, I was trying to cook, I think I was trying to cook something along the same lines as this. And I was so frustrated. No joke, I'm so stubborn. Like, I will try my hardest to find everything I can on my own when I'm in the grocery store. And I just hate asking for help. Like, I absolutely hate it. Oh shit, I should have cut those. Whatever. I don't really care. Too late. But I'm always trying to, like, find stuff on my own. I hate asking for help for anything. So, I remember one time I was in store for, I feel like 2 hours. It probably wasn't 2 hours, but it definitely felt like 2 hours. And I could not fucking find the roasted, like, sun-dried tomatoes to save my life. I was so frustrated, couldn't figure it out, and I just kept on yelling and screaming, like, inside, like, oh my god, like, to myself, just like, why can't I do this? Why can't I just ask for help? Finally, I asked for help, and I thought it would be, like, in something that was, like, in the canned aisle or something. No. It's in the produce. Underneath these random-ass shelves. And I was just so mad about it. But this time, I knew where to find them. I was super excited about that. So I didn't feel like a fucking idiot. Okay. Just gonna kind of let that cook slowly. And then we'll be throwing in some other stuff on top of that. Just to make it, I don't know, I guess more tasty. Like, we'll throw in some chili powder and shit like that in a minute. But first, I need to cut these. Ugh. I think I need a couple more. 2, 3, 4, and there we go. Now it's even. Now it's even. Get out of my way, dog. Get out of my way, dog. Ba-da-da. Okay. I thought I had these thawed out enough, but I guess not. I guess I will have to thaw them out a little bit more so I can actually cut them. So let's do that. I'll take these out, put those out there. Take our bowl that we're going to transfer all this to this in just a second. Use some of this now. Oh, it smells so good already. Yum. I went ahead and I cut up all of that stuff, all of the fake chicken, and I threw it in the pan. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in some crushed red peppers, a little bit of garlic powder, some oregano leaves, some chili powder, and some cumin. Okay? Here is a little bit closer up, like, viewing of what we are going to put in and have as our base for our spaghetti squash.
Does that look so good? I did add a little bit more oil after the chicken was done like really cooking, and a little bit more butter. I just used like maybe like 3 or 4 tablespoons more of oil, and then a half a teaspoon of butter extra. So we're gonna put that aside and then go ahead and wait to put it on top of the spaghetti squash when it's done cooking.
Okay, so what I did is I went ahead and put everything off to the side, and now I'm going and cooking the edamame. And what I did was I put like a little tiny bit of oil in there, and then I put the edamame in there, mixed it all up so that every side can kind of get like saturated with like a little tiny bit of oil. Then I went ahead and I threw in, I put it away, I put some Malibu seasoning on it with some lemon juice and just like a sprinkle bit of salt just to give it like a little extra flavor. So I'm just letting it sit there and roast. And in about 3 minutes, our spaghetti squash will be coming out. I'll be mixing it all up and putting this on top of it, and I will show you that when it's ready. Hey you guys, so what I did was I went ahead and gutted the spaghetti squash and then put it inside of a pan since, I love, making dishes and shit. And then I just got our mix of stuff that we made in the pan, put it on top, poured a little bit more oil over it, and now I'm going and putting some Parmesan cheese on top of it. And then putting it back in the oven and cooking it for about 5 minutes. Since everything's already cooked, I just kind of want to crispen everything up. So this is what it looks like now. And I will show you the finished product. Okay, and here you have it, you guys. There is the main dinner, and there are some edamame, and there is my plate. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's just like a spur of the moment, really random foods that are put together, but that's just how I cook. And I hope you guys are able to make this and you guys enjoy it. If you end up making it, let me know and put it in the comments below. Sorry, I'm really dehydrated. But yeah, go ahead and put in the comments below if you would like me to make anything else, or if you did make this recipe and you liked it, or if you didn't like it. Feedback is always appreciated. Okay, have a great night. Bye.